Da, 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 Oh, well, I suppose we best go live. There you go. Good evening to you all. To all of yours. Let me see if I can get this fucking green screen to work properly. Works alright sometimes, other times it just fucking won't work at all. Anyway, good evening. Welcome to Raconteurs News. It is Tuesday evening. And here I am. Tuesday evening. Is it Tuesday? Oh, I keep getting these Skype things popping up in corner and really doing me head in. Anyway, how you been doing? How is the world for you today on this wonderful day, the 29th of September 2020? I've got to go to Oxford tomorrow, so I've got to be up early. And I weren't going to do a show, but I decided that I would do. So anyway, I'll say hello to everyone who's in the chat room. Tom Beresford, Bob Twat, that's Eve. Kendo Taylor, Paula, good evening to you as well. Nubian's in there as well. And Dino's joined us as well. So there's Dino, as you can see. So lovely picture, Dino. I can't see you. I could see your ceiling or somewhere. Anyway, I'm sure he'll sort that out. Yeah. Is that better? Can you see? Is that some sort of image of his face that we can see there? I don't know. Or is it the ceiling? Anyway, Kevin Street, good evening to you. Chris O'Rourke got a message in private chat. He's just set it up. So Dino's just setting up for us. So he'll be... I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll remove him and then I'll add him when he's all set and ready and to do stuff. What's that? Some lovely pictures coming out. How's your weekend been anyway? Did you go to the wonderful Trafalgar Square thing? I think I watched a program today. I watched a thing with Mark Devlin today, and he seemed to think that there wouldn't be any more, and that was going to be it. So I don't know whether what anybody's thoughts are on that. Come on, you fucker! Fucking. Look at that though, I'm right bright. It's like right bright, isn't it? Could put Cheggers there, couldn't I? Hello! Cheggers, please pop. No, well, we could have done it like that. I suppose. Let me shift this over here. Then that over that side. That's where there's no light. So there's all the light there and none of the light there. And we'll go with that. I think that's all right anyway. I think that's all right. We can do that. It says you are live. I am live. Alice George is there as well. Sorry, she's late. I'm late as well. I needed a poo, and I didn't realise I needed a poo. My missus woke me up at 6:30, and I had to cook tea and stuff. So I decided that I made it I'd made it 5 minutes later, so that I could have myself a lovely poo, a nice, lovely, juicy poo, as we used to call them back in the day, the good old juicy pooners. Yeah. So how are you? It's been another weird one. You can go to the pub until 10 o'clock. When people started doing it on when people started coming out of pubs and going onto the streets, they decided that they were going to then stop selling alcohol at 9 o'clock in the supermarket so that people couldn't. So nobody's going to think about getting some booze and then having a drink, are they? They're going to buy the drink earlier on. Benny Ramone, good evening. Hello from Nottingham, he says. Webby's in there as well. Good evening, Webby. Ron Malcolm. We was killing time, Alice, waiting for you. We were. It's great shit comes out at the right end. That's that it does. It's sometimes it comes out wrong end with me as well. I'll keep getting these messages through. So how are you? How are you? Are you ready for the next lockdown? Do you think there is going to be a lockdown? Do you reckon there's? I'm going to have a few people on. Dino's already jumped on. He's just sorting everything out, and he'll be talking to us about what he thinks about what's been going on over the weekend. Rick Woods, keep the piles in though. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I don't have piles. Unfortunately, sorry. Unfortunately, it makes me sound like a right weirdo, doesn't it? Like I feel like I've missed out saying got piles. Lockdown odds on announced tomorrow. Son's birthday today. Oh, sorry, son's birthday. Great. That's Rick Woods who's contemplating that. There may be another lockdown tomorrow. I've got to go to Oxford, which is quite far away. So I'm hoping I don't get stopped or all that. But here's a first. It's the first time that I have not had a bandage right up to my knee for yonkers. I'll show you if I can turn around. Just a little bit. You'll catch a little bit of what's behind the screen. A little bit of the magic. There you go. Hey. So it's just the first time I've been able to wear a sock, really, and it feels great. So that's what's happened to me today. It's been a pretty good day. I heard a little bit of crisp packet from Dino. Tony's put, is Dino doing a sponsored silence? I think he might be. I think he's forgot to collect sponsorship money before doing that. But however, it could be exactly what he is doing. So Dino will be joining us. Oh, there he is. Look.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
Can you hear me?
Just about. If you get a bit closer, you could do it being like, instead of being 4 miles away, you could be being closer, but we can hear you. Just about.
It's every time I come on this screen, it's all right on everything else. It's just this screen, the volume. Yeah, well, you've been on Skype and everything else with me, haven't you? It's perfect on there.
It just got better. I don't know what it is. Might be some at my end. It just got better. It just got a lot louder. So, who dug him up? Says Webster, Paul Webster. Earache. Tell Dean to take that mask off. Hello, everyone's saying hello to you in the chat room, Dean. How's your weekend been, mate?
Same as usual, mate. Just stay in, stay out at road, me pal. Can't be doing with shit out there. Just fucking. It's a joke. It's a circus.
Yeah, of course it is.
It really is. It's just fucking the amount of people out there that they're even saying now that it's been a whole all the way through on news. They're saying it's been a con, and people are still fucking jumping 1,000 miles away from you when they see you in the street. Literally cross the fucking road so they don't pass you on path.
Yep.
You feel like grabbing them.
People are doing that. People are crossing road. Forget about fucking somebody smiling.
You can't fucking see them. Can't see them smiling.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's it, isn't it? I mean, that's one of the things, when you know, you can tell by somebody's face what their intentions might be as they approach you. And most of the time, it's just benign. But this, it's just, oh, what a circus, oh, what a show. Argentina has gone to town over the death of a virus called Corona, fucking COVID-19 or whatever. Aidardy Free Speech is in the chat room as well. Good evening to you, Aidy, mate. I spoke to him earlier on, and he's still not bothered about coming on. I think he's had enough, to be honest with you. I think he's like rest of us. He's fucking complete. Nobody can make any plans. Nobody can do or anything like that, can they? I mean, is there any more draconian measures been introduced today, or because I've missed most of it?
I've seen a post on Facebook about somebody's workplace over in Liverpool. They've approached management and said they've all got to have a shave, and it's a fabrication industry, steel fabrication.
So it's a steel fabricators, and they've got to shave their beards.
Yeah.
Why? COVID related?
Yeah. It's like that as well. Have you seen latest on climate?
Climate?
Now carries on the fucking climate.
Oh, they started on that again. I thought that had finished.
No, we
sorted climate out. I thought that fucking that sour-faced little cunt had fucking sorted it out for us.
Bullshit about it. It's just fear after fear. The cards are getting thin now, aren't they? You know what I mean? They're running out of shit to say.
Well, they are, aren't they?
Yeah. You've got Boris has just turned around today and he's apologised for your area, hasn't he? Southwest, northeast, saying he got it wrong.
Fucking mental. Paul has just said, hit the nail on the head, can't make plans. It's very trying, tiring and frustrating. No singing allowed in church as it projects the virus. This is great stuff. You couldn't make this shit up, could you? If you said to somebody, I'm going to fucking do this, if you become prime minister, what we were talking about before over the weekend, I had a chat with Dean and a few other people on Skype over the weekend, a couple of chats, in fact. And we were just wondering, who's going to be, when the revolution is over and we're fucking done, we've got rid of these cunts, who is going to be what? So I think we're looking for a few suggestions tonight. First, I'll tell you what I've got, Dan. I've got David Icke to be the Queen. Right, so that'll be David Icke. That's what I think anyway. I mean, it could be Katie Hopkins, anybody like that. Any ideas? Who would you have as the Queen? Who's Queen? Yeah.
No choice.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard. We were talking, yeah, like we said, we were talking about after revolution and who's going to do what. Richard D. Hall, yeah. I mean, where's he going to fit in? He could be the police and crime commissioner.
No, that's got to be what's it? Ron Atkinson. That.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, but he's got to play the Mr. Bean part though.
Right. Okay.
He'd be the perfect chief constable, and
so we get what we used to like. Yeah.
We could even dig George Formby up as Queen.
George Formby, but he's dead though, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We could dig him up just for the Queen. It'd be just as same as that old wrinkled thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Alice Gorgeous has put, no leaders, gurus, royals, or government, please. Listen, this is just a little bit to pass some time. It's a bit of fun. That's all. But I think definitely Queen Lily Savage, according to Aid says Lily Savage. I don't know. I mean, Lily Savage I've not seen her for a bit. She's got a bit quiet, hasn't she, recently? And she turned into a bloke as well, an actual fucking bloke with a cock and everything.
Yeah, batteries were getting too dear, weren't they?
For what?
Who would you have as Prime Monster?
Well, someone's put Stephen Fry for Queen. That's a good enough one. Stephen Fry. We'll pop that. Is it a PH? It's a PH, isn't it? Stephen Fry as the Queen. So that little kid that he's married to, that'll be the Queen's consort, I suppose. That's what they're called, aren't they?
Yeah. Is it a schoolboy?
Blazing Stars says, let's go back to the Dark Ages after the Revolution. But we know that's not going to happen. I mean, we see all these gurus knocking about. A Minister for Health, it'll be that fucking Kate, what's her name? Sheriff fucking Marnie or whatever, who's come from absolutely nowhere and suddenly is doing speeches in Trafalgar Square alongside David Icke. Well, actually, no, David Icke Jr., Gareth, innit? He was doing a speech, I think, this weekend.
I didn't watch any of speeches, mate. I never do. I don't see points in them, tell you the truth. Everybody that's going, mate, knows what's happening. You know what I mean? You don't need people shouting and mauling that's riling crowd up. You know what I mean? Which in turn riles the bacon up. And they have to get out the wrapper with the truncheons and start beating heads for no apparent reason.
Unless it's a Black Lives Matter thing, in which case they're down on fucking one knee sucking dick.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a bit... Any logical expose that semi-hard-on woman? I don't know who that is. Who's that?
That old woman that was stood on chair. Is that who you're on about?
What? Sorry?
Gary, are you on about the old woman that was stood on the chair that got through about with the police?
Ah, is that the one? I mean, she didn't. It seemed a bit funny, didn't it, with the interview that she had afterwards?
I did see the interview. Have you got it? Get it on? I've not seen it.
Let's have a look. Interview with woman kicked in by police. Oh, the thing is though, if I start putting a YouTube video on here, it takes fucking ages to start. It's absolute fucking dog shit.
Should we give it a link and I'll show it?
Ah, go on then, you do that.
I'm on a different computer. It's not too bad.
Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Where's that fucking woman beaten by pigs, can I? Police. See, it comes up. Women beaten by police, and it says the two things it's come up with is a woman beaten by police in Kenya and woman beaten by police in Nairobi. I mean, what the fucking hell is that? I mean, this just don't. No.
Try putting London in there.
Police, London.
Try and change it, actor. It'd probably come up.
There we go.
Actor gets beaten by police, it'll come up then.
Yeah, I've got it here. Old lady assaulted by police at London protest. Let's see if it'll work. First, if it'll fucking work. Which it probably fucking won't. Oh, here we go. So if I do me share my screen, Chrome tab, lady assaulted by police, share. There we go. So
People are scared. Look what they're doing. Look at this old lady. Whoa! Oi! It's an old lady, you cunt! Oi! It's an old lady! You fucking cunt! You fucking cunt! What the fuck you doing? It's an old lady, you bastard!
it's an old lady, you bastard.
Isn't it?
Nice jacket though there, by the way, weren't it?
Yeah. He just
Fucking bullies!
Fucking bullies. There we go. That's what we're going on over the weekend. Let me stop sharing that.
I'd seen that. I thought you meant the interview.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Woman beaten by police, London interview.
It just seems out of place how she's dressed as well, but there might be nothing in it, but it just seems strange.
See, all I'm getting is old lady. This fucking computer's fucking useless. It is, honestly. It's a fucking pile of dog shit.
It's Windows 10, mate. It's a fucking pain in the ass. I hate it, really. Had to go over to that Linux Mint.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, you can find it. There's an interview with her, and she doesn't sound. She doesn't sound like. Hang on a minute. Analogical Exposed says she was. Hang on. Analogical Exposed. Why is it fucking gone?
Is it Gary that? Tell him jump in, links it through him, innit?
Agent provocateurs, plenty of agent provocateurs in London. Anyone spot the plank on RT with the American footballer's helmet? No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I seen that.
Did you?
Yeah, he had a football helmet on. I'm like, what's he doing?
Analogical Exposed she was not struck off the nursing register like she claimed she was. She's handled by steel. I don't know what you mean there, Dolov FM. I don't know if you mean the woman that was at the protest or simply that Kate, what's her name? Fucking Kate Sherbert Dip or whatever her name is. Patrick Nee says, hi Jason Dino, one and all, how's it all gone? How about Alf Garnett race relations, even though we know it's not race, as in a sport?
That'd be a good one, Alf Garnett is race.
Yeah, Alice Gorgeous has put Kate, so it's that Kate that's Kate Shimane. Shirame, Pepperami. She's a bit of an animal, apparently.
Who is it? I don't know who it is, right?
She's been on. she started off on popping up on Facebook and things like that, and saying she's a nurse, and then she said she got struck off. And she's not apparently, and she's handled by Mark Steele, which can't be very exciting for her. And she best watch out that she don't get kicked in the head.
Is that the one? Is that the nurse with the certificate? The nurse that were talking, doing the speech, or is it?
I think she didn't. I think she did
one
a
of
talk.
the nurses that just did a video. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I don't know all the names. You know what I mean? Yeah, I never took notice of the names. I just chalk them down as to fucking more propaganda or something like that. You know, nowadays, I just had enough of it all.
Toxic nurse suspended. Lol Kendo. No. I think you've missed it. It should be nosebleed. Nosebleed. You'll get that. Catch up, Richard Ed. I don't know what they're talking about. Probably me.
Of course you do. They're talking about what's it, aren't they? That fucking I've even forgot his name now. Oh, fucking 5G dickhead.
Mark Steele.
Yeah, he's fucking.
And his boyfriend, fucking what's his face? Lee Garrett, or whatever he fucking calls himself this week. Yes, the blonde one. The blonde Botox one, that's the one, says Dolov FM. So apparently she's... right,
now I get you. I know what you're on about now. The main instigator on stage. And any good strong men out there, protect us.
Yeah. But if you try to open door for her, she'd probably say, "You fucking sexist bastard."
Probably, yeah.
Because you are, if you try and open door for a woman, certain women, shall we say, not all of them, but certain women would Sooty for the head of the BBC. You know, he's used to having a hand up his arse, isn't he? So, you know, it might work.
About Jeffrey as Prime Monster.
Who? Jeffrey off Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
George and Bungle as Deputy and War Minister.
George and Bungle. But you see, what I were looking for is people that the truth, the so-called truth people. You know, all these people.
Oh, right. Well, you didn't state that, did you?
I didn't know. But I'm talking about after Revolution. You know, when fucking.
You out of it now.
It's a wonder fucking Ian Crane didn't appear and walk across fucking across Fountain in Trafalgar Square. just just so that Ian Crane would be in there somewhere, wouldn't it? Would have to.
We could have Ian Crane as the what's it? What do they call energy and that?
Oh yeah, energy, environment, is it?
Environmental minister. We could have Ian Crane.
Environment minister. Yeah. If he lives that long.
Yeah. I'm not that big on all the cosmic people and earthy people and that. You know what I mean?
There is something to it.
No, I mean I don't know any of the on the true side that are into all that. Could have one of them as the war minister. We'd never have a war, would we?
No. Brian Gerrish, chief lighthouse keeper. That might work.
A lighthouse keeper. What's that got to do with Houses of Parliament?
I really don't know. I don't know.
And it replacing Bell with a lighthouse, aren't we?
Zippy was punting crack to the play school crowd. But it's what are we going to do when we've got rid of them? I mean, I know we don't want government and stuff like that, but the lights have got to stop on and everything, aren't they? Even though they're talking about now that energy is going to be it's going to be scarce, shall we say? So they're going to be turning it off from time to time. So if you've got a smart meter, they'll be able to do that. If you haven't, they won't be able to do that, because then they'd have to turn the entire grid off.
It has to be a third generation meter though. If you've got a first or a second generation smart meter, they can't turn you off. It's the new third generation one that'll be completely tied into the 5G, and they're all about signing over total power to the energy companies to where they can turn you off anytime they want. If they feel, well, you've not paid your bill, we'll turn you off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The remote.
So if you've got a first or second generation one, you're all right.
Yeah.
And if you've got an old one that's not smart, then even better. Happy days.
Even better, just take it out and throw some 15mm wire straight through, some 15mm tail wire straight through. Meter serves no purpose whatsoever. Except for watching them little digits tick up so they know how much they're going to swindle you. You look at it, really, it's industry's been paid for thousands of times over. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like robbery, innit?
Oh yeah, it's all daylight fucking robbery. The old thing, the old fucking kit and caboodle. Smartphones. Oh, sorry. I've got a barbecue and 4 candles, says Alice. So there you go. You'll be off to eat as long as it's like, you know, how you do it outside. And fruit as well. She's got some apples, apparently. Or unless either that, or she's welcoming Apple Charlotte into the chat room. Good evening, Apple Charlotte. Somebody else put. Where did we get up here? We got quite a good one, I think.
Something I'll go say, I forgot.
Max Egan as Transport Minister.
G'day, mate.
Yeah. Fucking hell, wouldn't he be a fucking depressing Transport Minister? You can't fucking go anywhere.
Get done, he'd not stop fucking talking.
Lord Mayor of London, what do you reckon on Lord Mayor of London? Bill Maloney?
Bill Maloney speaks a lot of baloney.
Exactly. Earache says it's electric light robbery. Evening Apple, thanks for that. Patrick Nee's in there as well. New being coffee filters and colloidal silver for cleaning water. Colloidal silver for cleaning water. I'd never heard of that one before.
Yeah.
If you want a party of 30, just have a party for a dead chicken, no problems. Yeah, that's another thing, isn't it? I mean, they said that apparently we're a big kerfuffle this weekend because apparently the bar in the House of Commons was exempt from the 10 o'clock rule.
Yeah.
But that's not...
It's exempt from any rule. I think it's about 20p a pint or something in there, you know.
Yeah, it is really cheap. It's I've not that I've been in, but I have heard that it's subsidised in there.
Yeah, it's on similar lines to the MRSs on camps, but it's very cheap in them as well. When you go
what? Sorry?
into bars on military camps, when you
Right.
go, they're very cheap as well.
Well, I ain't got a fucking problem with that.
Yeah.
It's when these fucking dickheads that are telling us everything, telling us what we can and we can't do, and then they're fucking doing exact fucking opposite. You know, straight away, right in front of his eyes, and we can't see it. It's still it's stupidity beyond stupidity. But that's where we are. And all you can do really is ride it out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, you can. I mean, if it's really affecting you, then you know you've got my deepest and every sympathy from me. If it's really affecting you, perhaps, you know, even like work or anything like that. And I know there's going to be lots and lots of people that that are going to be losing the jobs after this furlough bollocks runs out. Well, I mean, how long's that going to go on for?
It's finished, isn't it?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's finished. As far as I know, it's finished. Sure, I'm reading something about it on Facebook today. I can't remember what it was. Mentioned in Facebook, there's a guy on there from Lancashire. He collared Sir Patrick today about the £600,000 shares. He were actually running Sir Patrick. This guy's been 51 days. He's been up to Commons down there now. And
right. You mean a guy who's like just down there all the time, like that? Remember the guy who parked his son outside Tony Blair's house?
Yeah.
He died a couple of years ago, didn't he? But I mean, he stuck to his guns and stayed there.
Well, it's him that did all. You know, he stopped all fracking, didn't he? That guy from Lancashire. He just didn't stop fighting them. Cost them fucking thousands out fracking. It's him. He's just parked his ass there. They're doing it in shift work.
Right.
Also, the complaint got police to him today. Armed police turned up saying they're harassing him. How can you harass a public servant? You can't harass a public servant. I'm asking them questions about the country. That is not harassment. Which is right. They're there. They lose all privacy being in that position. They don't have a right to privacy when they're in the position of Parliament. Even down to the personal life. We should know everything about them if they're in that position. Everything. No trust isn't at home, is there? Even better, there shouldn't be a Parliament. Full stop.
Yeah.
We don't need them. Go back to churches. Not like churches, parish, that's what I meant. Like a parish council, each area, each town has their own council.
Yeah, and then we'll just start again.
Mm.
Until we find in another generation's time, we're back in same position we were on Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always going to go back, isn't it? It's always going to be fucking same.
Yeah, but if they're properly thinking, they only represent, they've got normal jobs and everything, and they just represent the people, you know what I mean? How Indian tribes were in that, the true Indian tribes and that, the councils.
Yeah, councils, local areas,
Yeah.
making their own laws.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to nip to. I mean, I'm on cusp South Yorkshire, Nottinghamshire, and Derbyshire. So, you know, if I can buy weed in Nottinghamshire, or you know what I mean, it's It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one, but you know, like that. This is what I'm thinking of. What do we do afterwards? What is the plan? Have we got a plan? There's no plan, is there? There don't seem to be one.
No, it's I don't think, you know what that means. If there's no plan, it's obviously nobody's got confidence in coming out of the other side of this without being in a government.
Yeah.
Obvious, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only plan you do here is go back to common law or God's law. I mean, it's Jasara's Kendall just said Jasara, but Jasara there again, it's still an act. It's still a government act. It was an act that was all out about, I think it was 70, something like that.
Right. Just a title. Apparently there's no pope, or there's two popes or something. Oh yeah, Minister for Lizards. Who'd be Minister for Lizards?
What's that idiot called from Manchester? I keep forgetting his name.
Oh, it's fucking Alex Manchester. There's lots of idiots from Manchester.
Oh, he was always pretty big on thingy videos and that when he Teresa said. I could see
Apple Charlotte's just popped something up saying at Raconteurs News, I haven't fact checked it, but I heard that the doomsday clock has been reset or changed. Yeah, Buckingham Palace is supposed to be on market, isn't it, for £4.9 billion.
No, it's his local estate agent here, £99 to move in.
Well, I mean, she's going to make a bit of wedge out of that, ain't she? I mean, do you think they're a barks? I don't know. I don't think they're even fucking in country.
It's a piss take. Like, it's not up for sale, is it? It's not hers for sale, is it? It's the people's. You know what I mean? It just isn't. It had had to go into the fucking public because it was sold.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really sell it, can they?
Yeah, but fuck it, who's gonna buy that? You know what I mean? It'd probably fucking what's it, won't it? Bill Gates will fucking buy it and move in, thinking he's fucking King of England.
President Trump, after he's finished, he might think, right, I'll have a stint as fucking Prime Minister of Great Britain, or Queen, or whatever. He'd make a good Queen, wouldn't it? Yeah. So he's got his hair done nicely and that.
I really think he's... have you heard of a book called 1900, or The Last President?
I've not read it, but I have heard about it.
He wrote in 1800s.
Yeah.
That's who I think Trump is. That.
You think that's it? He's a time traveller then?
He's the last president, definitely.
You reckon?
We don't come out of this end winning. It's a one world government after this, no doubt. No matter how you look at it, it's a one world currency anyway. You've just got digital offsprings that's still pretending to be your country's currency.
Patrick Nee says, my crown jewels are in my underpants. Same here. Spanish chicken wins a golf course would make more dosh. You see, a golf course. He likes his golf courses, doesn't he, Trump? He might buy. Yeah, it might be. Yeah. Apparently, Buckingham Palace is quite dilapidated in places, so they could sell it as a doer-upper. Need some work doing. Get all these dead children dug up front garden. Fucking crap. Yeah, but Trump's uncle was in to try and travel. Yeah, wasn't it Trump's uncle who he was part of CIA and he got all what's his name's documents and notes and everything. What's he called? Fuck me. Same name as that tosser who fucking thinks he goes to space, pretends he goes to space and then lands his ships back down. What's his name? Elon Musk. Tesla? He got apparently all of Tesla's notes were gotten by his uncle, Trump's uncle. So, you know, I don't know what it is. It is interesting. I'd like to hear from somebody who's read the book, but apparently it's about his son, weren't it? It's his son's name that was the main protagonist in this book, and he lived on Fifth Avenue in New York, which is where Trump lives. So perhaps Trump is a time traveller. What do you reckon?
I don't know. But Spit Image has got it bang on.
Oh, has it been on?
Have you seen the new Spit Image?
No. I've not seen it.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant, mate. It's started a couple of weeks ago. The puppets in it are absolutely bang on, man.
Are they?
There's a few on YouTube of it. I wouldn't put it on her, mate. You'll get a what's it. You get a strike for BBC, you dirty bastards, don't you?
Is it BBC that are doing it? Because it were an ITV programme, weren't it, back in day?
I can't remember. I thought it was always BBC, mate.
No, I'm sure it were an ITV thing back in day. I can't remember. Perhaps somebody in chat room will be able to remember a little bit better than me. Yeah. Mars somebody said Mars would be run by someone called Elon. Mars. It's fucking Mars. As if he's going to space.
He's just
does anybody really believe fucking space?
He's just said there, he was asked a question, Musk, about people going to Mars, about them dying up there, and he turned around and he just went, everybody dies.
Well, he's got a point. You just don't want to do it at work, do you?
No.
Hey, look, my cat's just turned up. Hello, Nips. Cat's just turned up in here. That's the first time for a long time. I think she's having a look round, seeing what crack is.
There is a way around this lockdown, you know. We're saying no parties, but you can go to work.
Yeah.
Simple. Invite everybody to your house, but please come to say it's a work party.
Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose you could do that. I mean, people do that, don't they? They have parties where they decorate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Give them all a brush and pretend everybody's painting. Beer in one hand, brush in the other.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of ways of getting around it. It's just a ridiculous rule. There's 6-person rule. But like, what's his face? I keep saying what's his face instead of trying to remember. But Mark Devlin said, yeah, they've got the 6 months of 6, the rule of 6, and some other 6 thing that came into it. So we got the 666. And as I was saying that, I've got 66 people watching me. Ooh, I must be evil.
66.
462904 says, I don't watch BBC and never will. Protector of paedophiles. I don't watch BBC. It fucking drives me up the fucking wall. Give that cat an interview for the Wendy manager's job. Thanks very much, same man. Yes, I'll give that cat. Listen, we don't need a new manager. We've got a manager. He should do all right. Yeah, that's it. Rule of 6 feet apart for 6 months. So you've got to be 6 feet apart. I mean, it's just fucking. It's a crazy nut job of a world, as Webby would say. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? Spanish Chicken said, "Oh, telly out of the window 7 years ago, lol. Good for you, Spanish Chicken. I'm glad you've got it. In fact, you probably don't even know that there's a virus. If you didn't have a telly or any internet, nobody'd know what we're fucking wrong, would they? It's not like people are dropping dead in the street. It's not like people are even being ill in the street. It's not like people are sneezing in the street or fucking out like that.
Well,
There's what?
It's just bullshit, man. If you look at what they're doing on this electron microscope, it's magnified that much that they'd probably find COVID in a storm. You know what I mean? You've got that many scientists coming out saying they're all false testing and they're all doing it wrong, and the guy's shut down that fucking quick. Bullshit, man. It just pisses you off, doesn't it?
Yeah. Rob Malkin says Spitting producers have released images of 4 more of their satirical puppets today, while announcing the series will launch on BritBox on October the 3rd.
Yeah, BritBox, that's it. I can't remember what it were on. I don't even know
what it wrong with it. Is it? I've not. Like I say, I've not seen anything about it. I have seen that it's coming back, and I welcome that, because that's what we need. We need some satire in this time. We need to fucking laugh. We can't be sat here like a bunch of fucking boring cunts, can we?
No. You have a look on YouTube. There's some good trailers, and it looks really funny. I don't even know what that BritBox is. I've never heard of it, me, till I've seen it on there.
Well, apparently it's something you can. It's like a service, like Netflix and Amazon Prime and all that, and it's supposed to be best at British, so BBC and ITV and all that sort of fucking nonsense. It says you have to pay for it. Chris O'Rourke says you have to pay for BritBox. No Talar. No, I won't be paying for the fucker either.
No, I won't.
I hope they have an Ike and Gates puppet. Now, who would win in a fight between David Icke and fucking and Bill Gates?
There is a Bill Gates puppet. I'm sure I've seen a Bill Gates puppet on one of them thingies. The thingy is spitting, pardon the pun, it is spitting image, or the Boris Johnson one. It is perfect, man. It's a pity you can't show it, really. You definitely get a strike, man. It ain't worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't want to strike. They're looking for fucking reasons now, anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, you lose your streaming privilege for a week as well if you get a strike.
Oh, it's a privilege to stream.
Yeah.
It's marvellous, isn't it?
Yeah. YouTube.
Alice Gorgeous says, is BritBox the new TV license? Kendo says more repeats.
No, the new license is going to be, they've put a bill in, I don't know whether it's gone in or passed yet, but they've put a bill in for a new TV tax.
Awesome.
It'll be like a council tax. It'll be straight in court.
I look forward to paying that.
Oh.
Chris O'Rourke says it's no tar law in a Scouse accent. So it's no tar law.
No tar law.
No tar law. Calm down. Bill Gates' woman and his wife is a bloke. Bill Gates is a puppet, yeah, that's right. Kendo Taylor said it's more like shitbox than BritBox. Good evening, Steve Wellings. He says, evening all to everybody in the chat room. It is a good evening. Thank you to everyone who's joining us tonight. I had no lined up, and we're going to sit here and fucking lay there. I was going to sit there, downstairs earlier on, make a few notes and about what shit had been going on and what have you. And I fell asleep, so my missus woke me up about 6:30, and I'd still got my tea to make. Let's have a look what BBC News are saying about stuff. BBC, home of the fucking the paedophiles.
I'll have a quick gander, see what's what.
Oh, Boris Johnson said something, didn't he? I misspoke over Northeast COVID rules, says PM. Boris Johnson apologises after failing to clarify the details of new tighter coronavirus restrictions. See, the restrictions, fucking restrictions. You know, the students who are stuck in the barracks, and they're not even told whether they're going to get home for Christmas. You know, it's
yeah. Manchester, same innit? The lockdown in Manchester, there's a couple of blocks down there. At Manchester Technological and Arts. That's where I went. Oh, you just mentioned Mars. I've just come across a post here from Independent. Multiple water bodies found under the surface of Mars.
Oh. How did they know? Did they fuck? Fucking hell. What did they go up there?
They got one from Corner Shop, didn't they? And fucking they started putting water in them for extra weight. In Mars bars.
They started putting water in Mars bars?
Yeah, for extra weight. That's where he found his water, under the surface of his Mars. You weren't with me then, were you?
I weren't. No, I was fucking. I've put something down and I can't find it, and I've been looking since started showing it. It doesn't appear to be anywhere within reach. So I'm a little bit off put. Not to. Yeah. Fucking yeah! It's they'll be doing it to marathons next, won't they? That's all bollocks, says Spanish Chicken. They don't even know what's under our seas, lol. And that's true. They don't have a clue, have they? They haven't got a clue what's under the sea. And if they can go out into space, surely they can go like under sea.
It's only the last 2 years where they've been doing radar mapping the surface of the ocean, the floor of the ocean. There's no idea in some parts of it. They can't even get to the bottom of some parts of it.
No, Mariana's Trench in it. That's the deepest part.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Look at where what's it is. Titanic. It's 7 mile deep there. 7.5 mile deep there.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it, when you think about it? You look at water and you don't comprehend how deep it is actually when you sat there on a boat there.
No, you don't know, don't you? Because you generally tend to be looking. You can't when you look and you don't. You think to yourself, how far is it to the bottom? I mean, it is mind-boggling. If you knew, it'd probably blow your mind. Kendo Taylor says, can we have Captain Pugwash promoted to First Admiral and put in charge of the Navy? Good idea. Roger the cabin boy for Rear Admiral, lol. Yeah. The Oceanic. What does that mean? The Is that name of a ship, or is it that group's Oceanic?
That was a
Insanity.
ship. That was a ship, the Oceanic.
Blah, blah.
Well, I'm sure it was a passenger ship, wasn't it? The Oceanic.
I don't know. It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it was around Oceanic. I'm sure it was around Titanic time, wasn't it? The Oceanic.
I think you're talking about Britannic.
Yeah, no, there were Britannia, and I'm sure there was 3, weren't there? And I'm sure the Oceanic were one of the.
Well, they were the Olympic.
The Olympic, that right. The Olympic, the Britannic, and the Titanic, wasn't it?
That's it. They were the 3 sister ships, weren't they?
Yeah.
Apparently, one of them, according to John Hamer, they changed the fucking Oceanic,
Britannic,
the Titanic to the
Britannia.
no, the Olympic. Apparently, the Oceanic was a sister ship of the Titanic. They swapped apparently. Now I think we're talking about the Olympic. Because the Olympic had some damage to its hull, hadn't it?
Broke its back, didn't it?
Yeah.
Its bulkhead was knackered on it. It had a bad crash, and it couldn't get insured again.
Yeah. So they got rid of it, didn't they? They dressed it up, put it a pair of knickers on, and called it the Titanic.
It was only a year older than the Titanic, wasn't it? When it got built in the same shipyard, you could actually there's a really good video on YouTube called The Lost. The Lost.
The Lost, right?
I'm sure it's either the Lost film or Lost video of Titanic. It's not been on YouTube that long. It's about 6 months it's been on. It was found. An old woman, her husband worked in some sort of cinematography, and he filmed it, but he'd put it in the shed and just left it. And then she's dug it out at the bottom of the shed just before he's died, and it's in perfect condition film. So it's been changed over into a digital video. And it shows them both in the shipyard at the same time, and it actually shows the Britannic being launched.
According to New Bean, yesterday was 26 years ago. The Estonia sank, and 852 people died. Tried to find the truth about that. I don't think we told truth about anything, are we?
No, yeah, nothing at all. I mean, it's a joke, man. It really is. It's school, isn't it? It really is school. If you look at it, you've got to do what the headmaster tells you. If you don't, you put on detention. You know what I mean? It's scandalous.
Well, I mean, they're talking about, what is it, £4,000 fines if you've got fucking more than 6 people in your house.
Yeah.
And you're not from same bubble. And now I don't know which fucking bubble they reckon you're from. Are they going to decide which bubble you're in? Ask Annie Logical, she'll know. I don't know what did that lead to the Bismarck? Bismarck sank, didn't it? In Second World War, wasn't it? Got Americans in. Bismarck.
Yeah, sinking of the Bismarck, Second World War.
Same man in 1981. Same man sank in a rowing boat at Skeggy Boating Lake. That's a conspiracy fact. I've been on that boat lake many, many times, and you could stand up in it. So I don't think there'll have been very many people died, apart from a few dwarfs. And there's not that many dwarfs about. If you think about it, if you look on TV, whenever there's a dwarf, it's always the same fucking one. Chris O'Rourke said John Jacob Astor was the richest man in the world at that time. and they were opposed to the creation of the Fed. Yeah, that's right. The Federal Reserve Act, because Titanic sank in April 1912, and I think the Federal Reserve Act came into power right at the very beginning of 1913. In fact, I think it was New Year's Eve that they did the vote on it, so that there weren't many people in the building, to vote. So remote controlled iceberg. We're getting in there now, aren't we? We're getting deeper and deeper and deeper into the mire.
I remember Chinese fucking robbing water from Great Lakes, towing it over to fucking China in big fucking bowsers. You know, remember that?
They buy all of it, don't they? They buy all fucking water from Australia as well.
Yeah. It's fucking, I thought it was a joke, really, and I see photographs of fucking massive ships towing big bladders behind them. Like, fucking hell.
What's going on?
You've got Serco just won another £45 million contract to do with this track and trace shit and test centres.
Yeah, coppers are being told not to download it.
Yep.
That's them for you. That makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why no coppers? Is it for their for their own protection, so that they can't be traced? I don't get it. But everyone's fucking exempt from shit, apart from unless you're just a normal Joe.
Yeah.
They'll be exempt from fucking thingy, from vaccine and all, probably. I'll be exempt, I know that. Eve of Destruction says, "Where were you on Friday, Jace?" I was I was at home, but I'd done an interview on with Sharon Gale the night before, so the day before, sorry.
It was your anniversary.
Oh yeah, we were my wedding anniversary as well. Yeah, it was my wedding anniversary on Friday. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's right.
How can you forget that?
Well, at least I forgot it afterwards and not before.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Alice Gorgeous says coppers don't get COVID. I can understand that as well. I mean, it'd be nice to see. It'd be nice to see. When we're getting out of this, if we're getting out of it. Do you think we're getting out?
It's what you mean by getting out, innit? You know what I mean? I don't think there is an out. If you get what I mean. There's not going to be an out to what we knew.
No.
It's all going to be totally different. Totally different one.
Yes, it's going to be... peeps don't know shit. Got to research, folks. Yeah, it's true. People have got to research, but it's got to hit them first. It's got to whack them straight in bollocks, hasn't it? That's what it's got to do. It's got to kick them straight in bollocks. This COVID nonsense before they'll start thinking that it's nonsense and realizing that they've been played for fools. We've all been played for fools.
Yeah.
My thing keeps going off. I think it's that. I think it's that Skype call that Skype thing that the group.
Taz has just put a link in.
Any good?
Page 6. Documents World Bank org COVID-19. Right, yeah. Click on that, James. Screenshot it. It's a document. It's from the Preparedness and Response Project PDF, COVID-19.
Well, people, yeah, it will end up like Logan's Run. It'll end up like the Peter Ustinov character. Yeah, that like you know where that you've seen Logan's Run, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where they all fucking float up and then get fucking vaporized when they're 35 or something or other. Right, love. Can you see? Just let me. I just need to mute my mic. I know this is not very professional, but I'm not.
Professional.
There we go. Yeah, very unprofessional, but it's done.
Yeah, sure that.
Say that again.
Press that. I've got a screen share there.
Oh right, okay. Let's put that on full screen. The World Bank. What's that say? 'Cause I can't really see. It's very small on my screen.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the trouble with that, isn't it? It's the World Bank COVID. Let's make it a bit bigger so I can read it as well. International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, International Development Association Project Appraisal Document.
Strategic Preparedness and Response Program and proposed 25 projects under Phase 1, using the multi-phase programmatic approach. An overall financial envelope of up to 600 billion, equivalent of what? Of which is it 6 billion or 600? Of which 4 billion for health financing up to 1.3 thousand million, blah, 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 blah.
Hang on, Taz is saying page 6.
Page 6. We'll move on to page 6 then.
Page 6. Well, probably financing instrument, environmental and social risk classification, investment project and financing, substantial. Expected approval on 2nd of April 2020.
Expected project, hang on, just go down a bit, back up a bit. Expected project closing date.
31st of March 2025.
Wow. So we've got 5 years of this shit now, and we've only done 6 months.
Get less for murder.
You do, don't you? You do. You get less for not having a television license.
That's page 1, that as well.
It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible that nobody saw that this would come in. Yet we had all this stuff in place.
We knew something were coming, didn't we? We all knew something were coming, but we just didn't know what.
No.
What's bullshit flying about. But it was obvious it was going to be a reset. Because they've got to keep up with times. If they want to do all this tracking and tracing shit, the only way they're going to do it is by updating everything.
I infected a bat with COVID-19.
Sorry?
I infected a bat with COVID-19 from Tony.
Yeah.
Karma, bitch.
When we all know it's just into zoo, what's it called? Into zoo. I can't remember what it's called now, but we all know it's not possible, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, well, there we go. Yeah, so we've got 5 years of it. How many of us will be around in 5 years?
Well, how many's going to take? You should have said how many's going to take the vaccine. The ones that aren't are going to be around.
It's a crazy fucking world that we're in. Cheers, baby. Are you off to bed?
Yeah.
All right. Remember, somebody loves you.
Okay.
What's going to happen after this reset, Dean? Says Blazing Stars. What's going to happen? What form is the reset going to take, and what will happen afterwards?
I don't know. I'm not in those circles.
No. 5 years. Great song by David Bowie. Didn't realise he'd done one called 5 years. But then again, I was never really a big, massive Bowie fan, to be perfectly honest. I always thought it was a bit weird. I always thought it was a bit woo, a bit whir, a bit, you know, bit of a geezer. Oh dear! And then he does his own interview after his own death on Sky News. Did you see that?
Sorry, I was spaced out a second. I was reading a message.
Oh right, okay.
Sorry, say that again, mate.
When on Sky News when he was interviewed after his death, he died, and then he were interviewed on Sky News.
He died, and then he were interviewed.
Yeah, well, they got a bloke on. They got a bloke on who was supposed to be a close friend of David Bowie. In fact, so close he looked exactly fucking like him. He did look exactly the fucking same. It was like they were interviewing David Bowie.
I've never seen that. I've never been a big tellyhead, mate. Never.
No.
I was always out. Even as a kid, I was out the streets. Fucking hard work trying to get me in.
Yeah, that was same as well. Is he dead? Yes, he's. Well, I don't know whether he's dead or he's just decided to retire that particular persona. There's a number of people think that that a lot of these celebrities who die, they've just decided they just don't want to be involved anymore. You know, they don't want to be in limelight anymore, so they just retire the character, and it's easier to say that they're dead. There's a few in there that I don't know.
You never know what goes on in those circles, do you?
No.
Just at the moment, they're all looking a bit nuts with all videos they're putting out.
Alice Gore just said she got a text from the NHS Serco team asking me to download the Track and Trace app and blocked it.
That's what I was going to ask, actually, because over the last couple of days, I've seen a lot of that. Everybody's been getting text messages asking to download the app.
Yeah, I think I had one the other day. Let me see.
I ain't had one. In fact, if I see GP on top of it or NHS, it just gets deleted straight away. I don't read them.
NHS tracing. This is a public health message from the NHS Test and Trace. Please download the NHS COVID-19 app from the App Store, Google Play. More info at covid19.nhs.uk. That's it's all very. It's all very suspicious. But what is what is government if it's not something to be suspicious of? I mean, I wouldn't believe government if they told me my fucking dinner in, oven. I won't trust them. I won't trust them for fucking nothing. Anyway, we've got to get these people fucking sort. We've got these jobs to sort out. Lord Mayor of London, who's going to do Bill Baloney? We've got down for that. Let's just do all these fucking
Go on.
Bill Baloney.
Who would you put down as they brought that new minister out, didn't they? Minister for Loneliness. Who would you give that one to?
Oh, fucking hell. Minister for Loneliness would have to have uni, wouldn't we?
Uni.
Who is not in the chat room at the moment. I need to have a chat with him at some point this week, and I certainly will be. Like I said, tomorrow I've got to go all the way to Oxford, so it's going to be a day out anyway, at least.
Yeah.
But I can get my shoe on now. Which means I can also get my other leg on. So I've had it on today for a few, couple. In fact, I fell asleep with the fucking thing on earlier on. So I should be able to trot around and get stuff sorted in the next few days. Now that I've only got a toe, so that needs either chopping off or end fall off or whatever. Paula says, Alice Gorgeous, I am a positive soul, was joking. I don't know if you what Paula might have said to upset you, but she is a good egg and wouldn't upset anybody at all intentionally. You look a bit like Zach Dingle today, Dino.
Oh yeah, get that a lot, mate.
Do you?
Yeah.
Never.
Lad. Certainly do. Now then.
It's aliens, says the grand beard wank. Government is your god as per education. Spanish chicken. Apple Charlotte says that Spanish chicken. They've been tracking and tracing the Indian population for years via mobile phones. I've not heard of that, but I can understand it. I mean, India is one of the worst places. Didn't they outlaw the largest banknotes? So anybody who had a big stash of these banknotes at home ended up having to take them into a bank. And when they went into a bank, of course, the people from the tax office were there, wanted to know where it all come from. So the India seems to be quite a big player in it. But we keep hearing stories that India have banned what's his face, Bill Gates, from there. So I don't know. It's just who do you trust? Who do you believe? Who do you apart from yourself?
I don't know. He's just started another trial over in Africa, hasn't he? Bill Gates.
Has he?
I can't remember what it was now.
Well, it should be on fucking trial. They might be doing trials. Completely cash-free society. They pay for everything on their phones. Fucking hell, that's really weird. That is totally cashless society. But it's what is coming on here. All internet is public, not private. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. There's a tune in there somewhere. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't got a record on. I don't think. Marxist pricks from the LSE. You see, is bartering illegal? Now, there you go. Bartering can't be illegal, can it? I mean, we're going to be back to days whereas you can have some of these fucking rabbits and that I've shot, and if you fucking mend me broken window or something, you know what I mean? That's where we're going to, isn't it? Or do you need any work done? And I need something from you. I mean, I watch a lot of these Alaska programs, and they use bartering there. You know, they do a lot of bartering on there, so you can see how it works. But I don't know if it's illegal. I don't think it can be legal, can it?
What, bartering? Can't
Yeah.
it? Can it? It's the original form of trading, isn't it? Bartering.
Yeah. COVID
Probably
spreads by
normal. So it's probably illegal in their world.
No. What does illegal mean in legalese, of course? COVID spread by farting. So we'll probably be told to wear arse masks soon. Legal fulfilling the conditions of a contract one has signed. Okay. Who runs Bartertown? Who knows?
I've got one for our friends over the border in Scotland here. Express are saying end of sturgeon. SNP leader predicted to step down after last ditch. Wait for page load.
Sturgeon. I mean, he's not even relevant anymore. Is that ugly bird who looks like Jimmy Cranky?
Yeah.
I thought,
We thin lips.
yeah.
Tell you who she looks like as well. What would you call that opera singer on X Factor? Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyle,
Yeah.
who fucking looks like a fucking boil and all, doesn't she?
Yeah.
The Spanish Chicken says there'll be a thong ban.
A thong ban.
Because you can't wear your what are they called? What did someone put it? Fucking blah blah. I can't remember. Someone put thong ban, Spanish Chicken, arse muzzles. That's it. Yeah, it's the same thing. Jimmy Cranky, 100%. That's what she is. That's Nicola Sturgeon, isn't it? That's her name.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that silicon who what was his fucking name? Who were before that fat fucker? Who were there before? What were he called? Can you remember?
No.
No. We are in prison, living on a prison planet. Prisonplanet.com. Don't go there. Well, you can. But be careful. Salmond, yeah, that's it. Alex Salmond, weren't it? The one before. Yeah, I remember her. Raconteurs News, have you heard of Event 201? Yeah, that was in October last year, weren't it?
Yeah.
Event 201, where they did a practice of what's going on now.
Alex Salmond. That's who he was, the fat guy.
That's it, yeah. What did you make of Event 201? I mean, do you know people that know about it, or do you know about it, or what do you think? Obviously, they were fucking doing. They were setting the sense up for this.
Yeah. I mean, if you look back and you've researched for a long time, it all fits in what you've read about and all that. Like it's just all happened all at once over the last 6-7 months.
Yeah. Yeah, sturgeon is a bottom feeder, yeah. Apparently there's a D notice on salmon, on sturgeon sex orgies. Fuck's sake, come on. Can't fucking watch it. Mind you, the Crankies, they're swingers, aren't they? That's what, she fucking, him and her husband and him, her and her husband, they're into the swinging thing. So perhaps that's true. Perhaps it is Jimmy Cranky that's Nicola Sturgeon. Then you need to look up the Rwanda Track and Trace Conference 2019 It was the World Health Association, Gates Foundation, and Rothschild Bank. There you go. I didn't know about that one. So that's Rwanda Track and Trace Conference in 2019. I mean, what these things are all there, but they know that the ones that are going to pick up on it are the ones that are just going to be called fucking deniers and meant to feel like, well, not meant to feel like, so I couldn't give a fuck. If someone said to me, "Oh, you should have your face mask on," you're being fucking, you know, you're spreading it to other people. I just tell them to fuck off. Sean Hamer says, "I bowing at Trafalgar, puke, bowing. Were he bow? Did he bow?"
Got a stalker on empty at Bolton Town Centre, Bradford Street. Police appealing for information in relation to an attempted abduction of 2 young girls. At around 3:20 on Wednesday, 23rd of September 2020, a 10-year-old girl was approached by a man who was driving a white van on Bradford Street Road. In Bolton, the man attempted to persuade the girl to go with him. The next day, around 3:30, a second child at age 9 was also approached on Armadale Road, continuation of Bradford Road, by a man in a white van who attempted to persuade the girl to go with him, I should say. Both girls ran away and raised the alarm. The man is described as Asian and has a bald head and facial hair. At the time of both incidents, he is described as wearing a high-vis jacket and black trousers.
I'm just looking up on here on BBC, and it says that the global COVID-19 death toll passes 1 million. Fucking waste of fucking time. 500,000 in North Wales added to lockdown. So Wrexham, Denbighshire, Flintshire, and Conway facing lockdowns from 6 o'clock on Thursday. So no, it's going to happen before then. But 6 o'clock on Thursday, you're going to be running fucking. You're going to be running away from if you're in Wales, you're going to be running away from COVID-19 from 6 o'clock. Yes, he bowed before he spoke twice. That's interesting. I don't know. I won't.
Who bowed?
David Icke.
Oh, yeah, he bowed. Yeah, he did actually. I've seen that bit where he was bowing. I never really watched him. Like I said, I didn't listen to any of it speakers, me. I don't take part in listening to the same stuff over and over and over. And we don't really need speakers.
Someone brought up in the chat room, and it was something we spoke about over the weekend, but what do you make of this guy getting, this copper being shot in Croydon by a bloke with some handcuffs on? I mean, it's just, it don't even... It is complete and utter. It's another one, didn't it? That will make you believe this.
It's hard to comprehend how it's happened.
And is it real or is it just a fucking ruse? You know, you can't go out to coppers because, you know, this fake Croydon shooting, as Eva Destruction says, it's total shite. Defo a false flag, Chris O'Rourke. New being said about talking about David Icke. If he bowed, is there anyone here knowing the reason why? Anybody know the reason why David Icke bowed? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up as well, or a thumbs down. I keep getting somebody who's watching us on Twitch. Somebody who watches on Twitch.
I think he bowed because he thinks he's the king of conspiracy. bowed to the crowd.
Yeah.
You've got him in right position, king of England, aren't you? He already thinks he's king.
This guy that was shot, this copper that was shot, apparently we're in a custody suite, which means that he weren't searched properly anyway, because he got somewhere where he can go secrete a gun. I mean, where do you secrete a gun? I mean, what do you do? You just tell. If coppers get hold of barrel, just say, "Oh, that's me cock." You know what happens? How do you get a fucking gun into a suite, a police station for a start? Apple Charlotte says David Icke. So have you seen any of my books, lol? He's handcuffed and gun behind his hands. Maybe. I don't know, but it just don't seem. It will fire in blanks, apparently, according to Eve of Destruction. I don't think we'll ever know true what really happened. I mean, think about it. It's 20 odd years since fucking. I've been watching Essex Boys stuff, and trying my hardest to get Bernard O'Mahony on here, but it's just not ready yet. But I've been watching some of that Essex Boys stuff, and although it's been solved, there's still questions all these years later as to what really fucking went down. What were the gig really all about? But David Icke bowing, to me, he's not. It don't. I won't bow. I fucking certainly won't bow. Icke said in his early books that he channeled the same spirit as Blavatsky. Red flag. Theosophy. Terrible at reading tonight. No, it's probably because I ain't had a drink. I'm driving down to Oxford tomorrow, so I ain't had a drink tonight. So usually I'm too many, and then it'll be. Yeah, even Houdini couldn't shoot a man 5 times whilst cuffed. So it was 5 times he was shot. That's from Coolworths. I used to be Tower Record security guard. You get a high adrenaline buzz closing in on a thief. Right, okay. Fair enough. Ike's got a beer gut. Yeah, I think it's more than a beer gut. I think he might be pregnant with one of Prince Philip's lizards. Am I kidding? Listen, I don't mind David Icke. He pretty much said the same thing every single time. But who don't? I mean, you get fucking John Wedger on a stage, and he'll say the same fucking shit. You know, fucking strange. Fucking bowing. Madame Blavatsky.
Telegraph are saying there's more than 80 Conservative MPs prepared to rebel over the I keep calling it a coronavirus Act renewal.
Coolworths says if Carlsberg made conspiracy theorists, they'd make Icke. There you go. Loosest trust, very addictive. Blazing Star says, I don't know what that means. Lovely feeling. Oh, right, okay. Getting up and grabbing your son a thief. Yeah, I bet it is very addictive as well. But this is, you know, for me, it just don't make any sense that it's not been searched. I mean, I just don't get it. You know, if the gun, someone put in chat box, he were handcuffed and the gun was behind his hands, but surely they would have, before they handcuffed him, they would have searched him. And you know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. It don't fucking make any it don't make any sense to me. I've been in a police station many times, you know, on wrong end, and there's no way you're going to get a gun in, not in South Yorkshire anyway. Even though they fucking are the most look at that, I'll keep going far away and then close up. Look, ooh, far away. Far. If I go like that, you can see Cheggers.
Police call for tougher stop and search rules after officer's death in Croydon.
Right, so that's what it's for then. They want more stop and search powers. Yeah.
I would that help if they're searching him in the street, but he got shot in the police station. But how tough a rule's going to help that? To me, if it happened, that's police negligence. The guy that arrested and searched him, it's his fault. Nobody else's, his fault. It wouldn't have happened if he had done his job correctly. Simple as.
Right, yeah, well, yeah, simple, yeah. Simple. What is Dean reading from an MS mainstream media publication? Don't know. Oh, you're reading from just on news, aren't you? Just news.
I'm reading from The Guardian.
The Guardian. Fucking hell, very BBC. And not in a good way.
Oh.
Paula says new laws allowing any supposed authorised person can use reasonable force to remove you to another place if you test positive for COVID. Don't like the sound of rushed idea. It is a rushed idea, isn't it? Yeah, it's certainly the more police powers are certainly on the way, aren't they? Even if it's just I mean, this Trafalgar Square thing's probably got them licking the lips at being able to, go in. If it's Black Lives Matter, it don't matter. But if it's somebody who's against, if it's an anti-mask demonstration or an anti-vax demonstration, then people are going to get a thick ear out the off of coppers.
There we go. I've got a little bit more here. The suspect reported to be a 23-year-old autistic man of Sri Lanka. I fucking hell. You can't even write this, can you? A 23-year-old autistic man of Sri Lankan descent was arrested by regular officers after following a stop and search. He was seen behaving strangely. His hands were then cuffed behind his back and he was taken to Croydon police station in a police vehicle. The IOPC has said he was sat in the holding custody suite, then shot Ratana while still in handcuffs as officers prepared to search him with a metal detector.
Should have done that before.
How though, you know what I mean? They've obviously not searched him before. They've handcuffed him and put him into the police car. Obvious, isn't it? Negligence.
Sean Amos says they're buying time till the food runs dry. Then it's state of disaster rules. So I thought he went on a skateboard. I have no idea what that is. Popo still have a sense of humour. Backwards shooting fantasy. Yeah. Just contrive like a lot of people have said. But stories like did it happen on Friday? Because usually stories like that, bullshit like that, happens on a Friday. But anyway, that cop or whoever he is, he's not. He's certainly not going to be around here, is he? I mean, he might have been moved to somewhere else due to retire, and they've said to him, "I tell you what, we'll give you a few extra grand," because he was a rugby coach as well. You know, that politician is a dead man walking. I don't know what we're talking about here. Yeah, Sean Amos says, intuitively, we know it's a false story. They're on it straight away, weren't they? That old cunt who spoke up in the House of Commons. I don't know who we're talking about. I'm sorry, I've not watched it. I've not seen anything.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'll cook up a bit of sirloin. Yeah, he lives with Joe Cox now. Apparently, that copper. Joe Cox, and they're bringing up Madeleine McCann. Eve of Destruction. Apple Charlotte says, to Eve of Destruction, I am autistic. Trust me, not everyone has autism. That's a throwaway comment. Bugger. Try living in my head for a day and you wouldn't have that opinion. There you go. So Apple Charlotte said, it is true. Not everybody's autistic. Tin totties at this time of night. I don't know what that is. Mushrooms too. Am I banned? Says Spanish Chicken. No, don't think so. I've not banned you. Yeah, Eve of Destruction's just making it clear. He were joking. He don't think that everybody's got. Yeah, which MP? Who's this MP that we're talking about? Apparently, he's a dead man walking. He must have stood up in House of Commons and said something. But, you know, it didn't do any harm to Tom Watson, did it? You never had tin totties, Jason? No, never had tin totties. What's tin totties? Do you know what tin totties are, Dean?
No.
When I was a kid, there used to be these fucking tinned new potatoes, and they were fucking horrible.
Oh, right, yeah, I do actually. Sorry, I do. Yeah.
You do know what tin totties are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they were talking about, but yeah, they used to have these fucking tins of taters, and they were fucking rank. They came in like a juice, and you poured juice. I mean, my mother used to buy a fucking lazy cow, wouldn't fucking eat tatties. Tin tatties. Won't cook potatoes. Yeah, so tin tatties. No, I've not. I ain't had them for many years. I hated them because my mother used to make me eat them along with ham as well, which is why I don't like ham. Not juice salted, watered, Jason. Not juice salted water. Right, okay.
Actually, it's brine.
Is it brine? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Brine Harvey.
Aye.
Fucking.
Which is
Brian Harvey. Apple, I believe in vax. I believe vax causes autism. Sorry if you took it wrong way. I don't believe in any vax. Your mum lied. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Was it ye old Oakham, Jason? No, it was just like this ham that I just didn't like, and she forced me to eat it. I never had a good more, to be honest. Stiff Rock, good evening to you. Project Fear. Stop Project Fear. Tory MP Swain. That's the guy then. Tory MP Swain has said to stop Project Fear. So, yeah, he probably is a dead man walking. Your mum lied, it wasn't juice. Okay. Tory MP Swain. So he's obviously stood up in the House of Commons and said, stop Project Fear. Yeah. He's very salty. He's very salty. Oh dear me! It's yeah. Let's check this. We back in day. You know, I always thought nostalgia were overrated, but you know, I'm starting to be nostalgic about like 2 years ago. You know, that's what point we're at. I mean, this year's just been such a fucking shower of shite. It's been such a fucking load of nonsense that Coolworth says Harvey's gone quiet lately. Well, isn't I don't think he is. Anyway, so we best not be quiet, but I doubt he will be. Boris Johnson faces rebellion over chaotic coronavirus handling. Stop Project Fear, Tory MP Swain. So there you go. Yeah. Nostalgic about last February, yeah. Okay.
Guy in bank in Blackpool covered himself in petrol, threatening to set himself on fire.
Who was that?
Fucking in Blackpool,
Some guy set himself on fire or was threatening to.
Threatening to.
And when they arrested him, did he shoot fucking custody sergeant dead?
Videos an hour long.
In the mood now for some corned beef after Tin Totties talk. Mash it together with butter. Corned beef. That's Heath's nickname. Corned beef.
Corn dog.
He was in his 80s.
Corn dog.
Wow, that's just fucking mad, isn't it? It's fucking mad. The only way to keep warm this winter, cover yourself in petrol, and fucking set yourself on fire. I mean, it's just bit of cabbage and we're sort of blazing stars. Fucking plenty of cabbages on here, mate. Chris O'Rourke says, great show, Jason, Dean, cheers. You know, it's absolutely fucking flown by. We've got about 7 minutes left, and it's just gone. I thought it were going to be one of them where I'm sitting here and fucking looking, clock watching, but it's clock, not cock watching. My ex-niece, bless her, she couldn't say cowden beef. She called it corned beef. Lol. Cowden beef, for anybody that is watching that's not from these shores. That's in Scotland. It's a place in Scotland, and a very famous football team. In fact, I think the football team are called the Blue Brazils, if my memory serves me correctly. Fucking hell. Is Richard Branson's island roped into this Epstein fuckery? Jesus Christ. Who can you trust? You can't trust anybody. We're all taking part in a CIA-fed truth movement psyop since 2001. I completely agree with you on that, Sean. Spanish Chicken says, crap team. I think it's talking about cowden beef. Oh, it's fucking cowden beef, isn't it? I think Scottish second, or first, second, or third division, aren't they? But the Blue Brazil, yeah. See. My old brain's not fucking completely packed in. Not even got a tin of corned beef here. Oh, dear. Sometimes in some position it looks like you have got ginger hair. But, well, they're like, hang on, there. What all I know? That's all right, isn't it? I've got ginger, I've got lovely locks here. Ooh, lovely hair. Ooh, don't ruffle it up. When you on again, Jason? I'll be on Friday. I'll be on Friday for an after dark. Branson's pickled, yeah. Always on the old footy results. Spanish chicken. Sean Hamer, shush, Q, trust the plan. Q, what's your thoughts on Q? Do you have to stay 2 meters apart or what?
Sign up.
Of course it is.
Sign up.
Q will come and get us. Q will get us.
See him queuing up to help us.
Yeah. This has gone into. This has sort of now gone into a cooking show. Everyone will think I'm fucking Owen Lloyd, fucking Epstein.
A cooking. How's it turned into a cooking show?
Everyone's talking about Fray Bentos pies, corned beef, cabbage, Branston's pickle. You know, it's a cooking show. Apple Charlotte says lol Q-tards. It is difficult to put your put your faith in something that's not really, you know, all it is just a few anonymous fucking tweets and shit like that. And remember, anonymous, we never sleep. We fucking always remember everything. We expect us. Fucking expect us. We're expecting you. Where are you? Anonymous, where are you?
Hugh Q and Barney McGrew.
Yeah, Cuthbert Dibble and Grub.
Yeah. Hugh Q and Barney McGrew.
Ooh, says Apple Charlotte. You wouldn't catch me eating a tin pie if my life depended on it. Rank as fuck. There was a big Q sign on Saturday. I saw that. I think I saw that in some of the video that I saw.
Yeah.
That they were a Q flag or something like that, a sign.
It's everywhere you go. I feel sorry for these Americans, mate, how much they fell into this. But Trump's the saviour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just far from it. Just another puppet on a string. Yeah,
fuck Q. The general consensus in the chat room is Q's not really a great thing. They're fucking great. Keep us preppers alive, lol. Q. Badum tish. There was a big queue at the chemist the other day. I think that's where the badum tish comes from. That's from the grand beard wank. I think that's probably the only queue you're going to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only queue you're going to see. Well, we've got a minute left, so I'm just going to say thanks very much for coming on, Dino.
No worries.
It's been interesting. It has gone quick. I know Andy used to say this all the time, but it has gone quick. You know, sometimes you're talking to somebody and you're talking to somebody and you're thinking to yourself, God, I wish this, you know, and you look at time, it's fucking 20 past fucking 8, and you think to yourself, it must have been on a fucking
couple of hours by now.
Yeah, exactly. But it really has flown by. What's up with the super pigs? Do you have them in the UK? Nubian, the only pigs we've got is the ones that play at Bumholstein, down here, just down the road from where I live. And I'll be back on Friday. Cheers to Dino. I'll be back on Friday with an after dark, and I'll have some alcohol and I'll have some weed, so we can have some fun. We'll have a bit of a phone in and stuff, and I'm going to get a guest on for next week to do Dean's job. So I can't expect him to come on every week, but especially when he looks like Zach Dingle. I Do you know, I was watching some of that the other day. Actually, it was a few weeks ago. But what happened were the Dingles were threatened to be kicked out of their house. And so they decided to do a protest, and they were fucking stood there. And you know that Sam Dingle, he stood there with a sign that says, "We belong in a home."
Oh my God. Don't worry, lad. I sorted that out. We're on next episode. Don't worry.
you're sorry. keep away from them pigs, whatever you do, especially them super pigs and the Sheffield United pigs that I've been talking about. FEMA Q camps. There you go. That's word from Sean Namer. We'll end this broadcast. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for joining in the chat room. It's been great reading your messages. We've reached herd immunity. The bastards are still lying. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Tell your friends about us as well. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Why? Subscribe. You'll get to know exactly when we're going to be on. And I'm going to have some good stuff coming up in the next few weeks. But at the moment, things are... I've got this fucking thing I've got to go to tomorrow in Oxford. And then I've got a Zoom call or something with some important people. And but anyway, next couple of weeks, it should be all right. And so from me, Cheggers, and what looks like fucking a load of kids dressed up as beans. Good night. And good night from Dino as well. Over the Zach Dino. Take it easy, everybody. I love you, and I'll leave you. I'll never leave you. I'll always love you. Take it easy. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Bye.